Hi guys, and welcome back to Crash Out Crypto. Today I'm going to be explaining to you what is happening in the crypto markets and why I understand what is happening. I'll give you a clear overview of what I've done in the crypto world so that you can understand that I actually know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just going to feed you FUD and hype. I'm going to give you real analysis of what I truly believe is going to happen. And I hope this helps you with whatever you decide to trade in the future. Notice I didn't say invest. I'm just going to refer to it as trading. None of this is financial advice because at the end of the day, you are responsible for what you do with your finances. I just hope to be a helpful key into helping you understand and what you're getting into when you decide to ultimately enter the world of crypto, or if you're already in the world of crypto like I am. Okay, so today we're just going to go over a quick overview of what's happening in XRP. It is 7/18/2025 at 12:11 p.m. So this is the chart that you'll find on CoinMarketCap. It shows what cryptocurrencies are doing, specifically XRP right now. So it's sitting at 343. It's 60.24% up for the month. We're not going to get into the charts. It's really not that important. What I want to kind of talk about right now is the total supply, which is 99.98 billion, which would seem like a lot, but when you're talking about how much currency is actually floating around the world, this is not that much at all. This is a small percentage that would encompass cross-border payments or cross-border remittance. The circulating supply is over half, which is quite a bit. It's 59.18 billion. Now, the biggest fear that people have when investing in XRP or a crypto this large is, where is the total supply? Who owns it? And what are they planning on doing with it? So all I can tell you really with this is, even if the total supply was dropped onto the market right now, it would cut the value of the currency not even in half. So you would have this go down to $1 and let's say 71.2 cents. Now that would be a smaller drop than it did when the cryptocurrency was under investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So in reality, the best case scenario for all of us investing in this, for what we believe it's going to do, it's going to take over the SWIFT system and become the global monetary system, in a sense that it will trade all liquidity at some point. So if this was all to be dropped right now, you'd cut the price in half, but that would be the best case scenario, because then we could just invest in it. We've invested in it knowing what it's going to be. I think having part of the supply in escrow, 1 billion dropped every month, and then the rest that's not sold that month put back into escrow, it's a good plan. It's a solid plan. A little more solid than what I would say Bitcoin is, where it's mined. Either way, the best case scenario is if they went ahead and sold it all immediately, but that's not going to happen. That will create instability going forward, because people who don't understand it will think, well, the half of it could be sold off immediately, dropping half of my investment. Well, that's still a lot better than the S&P 500 has performed since 2008. I wouldn't recommend getting anywhere near that with a 10-foot pole. So I have absolutely no worries about getting into XRP at all, and I'm pretty heavily invested. So this is just a overview of a website I've created, and it's just to reflect the cryptocurrency that I've created, several cryptocurrencies that I've created. I'm not telling you to get into any of this. I personally don't care if you do. If you want to, it's just something you would do for your own knowledge. And will it ever become something? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so here's the liquidity pool. I'll hop over here. So essentially, here's how it works. You would just swap in and out. You could deposit. I would recommend depositing. You can deposit just XRP if you want. You'll get liquidity tokens, LP tokens. You can take them out whenever. There is a percentage that you get for every trade once you've gotten into the pool. You can also get both of these, and you could actually add them both to liquidity pool. That would keep it more stable. Now, if you added just XRP to liquidity pool, the price would go up. I would recommend if you're going to do it, and I'm not recommending you do it at all. I don't need you to. I do it myself. You would just do it both. That would be the safest way to do it. And I wouldn't do it as you would only want to do one. So you wouldn't want to put XRP and Sologenic and XR Doge or whatever you're going to put into the pools. You'd only want to do one until this is more of a stable system. Again, I understand all this because I've actually done all this. I'm not just going to get on here and say XRP to the moon, or to $500 by July. That's insane. Nobody knows what's going to happen. There's a lot of variables in the world that could change everything in an instant. So, like I said, this is just something I built so that when I invest, I know what the heck I'm doing. I'm not just going to go start investing in something I don't understand. So the best thing I could do was create cryptocurrencies myself, build liquidity pools, so then I have a full understanding of what's happening. While it may seem complicated, it doesn't seem very complicated to me. Now, this is a cryptocurrency based on a religion, Christianity. It just brings Christianity to the XRP Ledger and creates a new dynamic of what XRP can be used for. You can use XRP for whatever you want. The white papers are literally just the Bible. So here's a liquidity pool. So you can hop into liquidity pools this way if you wanted to on this particular currency. So I could hop back to the website. There's XRBitcoin. This one is also built on the XRPL. I could take a look at it right here by clicking on XP Marketplace. It's a trusted marketplace. It started out at $1. It's now at $1.66. These are different trading pairs that are being used on the automated market maker. Market cap is this, fully devalued, 1.6 million, so on and so forth. Not really going to get into all that. Once you learn this stuff, you'll understand what it actually means. This is a cryptocurrency project that I created. That my daughter's an artist, so I used her art to make NFTs. You can go to the gallery, all that stuff. This is all done on the XLS 14 NFT gallery. That's on Sologenic as well. I'll do videos on all of this stuff separately. I just want to give you a quick overview of what I know about the market. So you can have full understanding. I'm not just going to talk about, oh, this is a perplexing chart here, and when it goes up, this is the perfect time to buy, because if you'd have bought here, then up here you could have sold. No, really what you need to pay attention to is the total supply and circulating supply and the total price. I mean, I'm going to make it just as simple math as possible. You couldn't even cut this in half at this point. So unless people lose all faith in the technology, which isn't going to happen, because it's so much better than the SWIFT system. And the laws just passed yesterday solidifying this in the United States. We are going to be the leaders of cryptocurrency. This creates a system where grandma and grandpa's life savings cannot be taken from them because of clawback features. You can literally pull back XRP from wherever it went. So it's on the exchanges of where they accept the crypto from. So let's say a judge decides, okay, grandma got robbed by somebody in an eastern country, we'll say Bangladesh, whatever. We know where all that went. We're able to follow the crypto. We know every single hash or transaction that happened to pull all of that back. So we're going to do that. We're just going to reverse that transaction. So everybody after that transaction, well, they lose their value. But you know what? You got to know your customers. You got to KYC. If you accept cryptocurrencies from un-KYC'd wallets, then you know what? You get what you pay for there. So this is the system of the future that secures retirements. It secures savings. It secures homes. You can tokenize your deed to your house, and then it's on the ledger forever. So there cannot be any discrepancy if somebody wants to take it to probate and say, well, that's not yours. You don't have the piece of paper. You no longer have the title because maybe it got ruined in flooding, or maybe somebody just forgot where it was, or they hid it thinking they were securing it, and then something happened to them and they can no longer find it. So as much as you think and you've heard that this cryptocurrency is terrible and it's for laundering, it's definitely not for that. It is for securing assets and futures. So now that you may have an understanding that I know what I'm talking about here, you may want to look into this stuff. I am heavily invested. I have no fear going forward that this is going to be $6, $12, $100. It's going to go there. It's just, when is it going to happen? When are the trillions of dollars going to be remitted through this? Now that the laws are there, it's just a matter of time. It's not a bet. So you're getting in on the early days of, let's say, Microsoft or Apple, but imagine that with all of the global finance. This is going to be so much bigger than both of those. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this show. I'm going to make many more smaller programs so people can, see what I'm doing, and maybe they can learn something. Or maybe they can correct me. If you have any ideas or anything you saw that I might be off on, feel free to put it in the comment section below. I'm just human. I don't know everything. Every day you're learning, and I hope to learn as much as possible so that I can help my family and my children's children going forward. Now, it's a lot to think about, but I mean, heck, it is possible with the technology we have today to think about generations to come. All right, well, thanks for joining me on my show, and I hope you've learned some things. So remember, take away from this: total supply 99 billion, 59 billion are they're in circulation right now. Even if it was all to drop, which it can't and it won't, because it will not. That's not going to happen. That would be actually a good thing. I wish it would happen, but it's not going to. That's only going to slow the adoption. All right, so thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye. Love you. Bye.